everyone. I think you noticed that I'm not exactly set up normally because today I'm going to be doing a little lecture on the fundamentals of viola. So first I'm going to talk about the parts of the viola. So these right here are the shoulders, and this is the neck, and this right here is the neck. Then it comes up to the scroll, and there are the pegs right here, and on top of the neck is the fingerboard. It has the fingerboard is where you put it's called that because that's where you put your fingers. Then the fingerboard has the strings which go down onto the bridge, which goes down to the fine tuners right over here, and then that goes down to the chin rest. And these two little guys, these are the F-holes. If you look inside your viola, you'll find a little guy called the sound post. The sound vibrates around him, making the sound come out. Listen. If you cover up the F-holes, and my assistant, can you please pluck? Notice how it sounds different from, because the F-holes are covered up so it gets a sharper sound. I don't exactly know how that works, but I know that's what happens. Then, now we're going to talk about technique. First, posture. Posture is very important. You may think it's not, but it is. Part of posture is having your shoulder rest. If you don't, it's like this, and it's actually harder than when it's harder, and then you put this guy on. Notice how it goes a little bit higher. See? So, for posture, you don't want your viola to be low or in the center. If it's low, then your bow's gonna fall down. And if it's in the center, it gets misplaced. And honestly, it feels weird. Because you have where your shoulder goes right here, and where your chin goes right here. So it's right here. And so it's very weird. And here are some very handy 3 steps to getting ready. 1, put your viola on. 2, turn your head. 3, put your head down. And then you add your fingers. And then you have good posture. Also a tip for when you're in a chair, sit at the edge of the chair. Just so you know. Then you want to take care of your viola. This is serious, people. You want to take care of it. Don't leave it in like a hot car or a cold area. That gets it very out of tune. Don't be careless while holding your viola. This happened to me once. I was careless while holding it. I dropped it and my fingerboard came off. Don't have something like that happen. My teacher told me that she was getting ready right before a concert, and one little girl had a bead inside her F-hole. Another had broken their sound post. Another, their brig had fallen out, and another, their fingerboard had fallen out. And basically, this was all little kids right before a concert. And they were all being like so nervous and so careless with their instruments, they broke it. You don't want that to happen. Guys, that has been my lecture on the viola. Now it's time to move to bow. You thought I was done, didn't you? Bow. It's very important to take care of. You want to make sure when it's in the case, it's loose, but not too loose because then it gets caught. And when you're playing, it needs to be tight. If you make it too tight, then it will go from an inward curve to a straight line to an outward curve. You don't want that. You never want to touch the hairs of your bows. Sometimes you do it by accident, but you never want to purposely touch it. Sometimes people can touch the back of the bows. Sometimes people do that. You can do it, but I don't recommend it. Because if you do it enough, you can accidentally start thinking it's okay to touch the front of your bow. So, yeah. Also, sometimes a lot of people you can over rosin, and then your bow becomes slippery and you can't exactly play. Or if you need rosin, that means that it either sounds really scratchy or you can barely hear it. That's when you need rosin. Everyone, last thing, bow hold. Bow hold is important. Your bow hold can start out like this for beginners. I can barely do it. I'm not a beginner anymore. And you put, when you're more advanced, you put your thumb in here. These fingers fall down and your pinky goes up. That is bow hold. You never want to have your bow like this, which is, by the way, how I hold a pencil. Don't think I'm weird. That is called a caveman bow. You never want to have a caveman grip on your bow. That's it. Bye, guys. Nora, out.